Good morning everybody, welcome back to Motorcycle Junkie. My name is Carl and this is my Huoniao HN125 which we'll now be concentrating on a little bit. We've finished the Kimco. I do love that Kimco, I keep saying that, but what a bike. Anyway, we need to do a lot of work on this Huoniao. The engine's got to come out, the head's got to come off. I will get to that, I promise. We are going to start really concentrating on this bike now. But what I want to do is talk about this front mudguard. Now I've bought another one. If you've been following this, you'll remember I bought a mudguard for it. It didn't fit, so I bought one that I thought would fit. And there it is. And guess what? It doesn't. There's the mounting holes, that's where they mount. There's a good inch, and that's actually touching the mudguard as well, so they're a good 2 inches out. So those mounting points on these forks are unusually low. So let's put that under there with my ever-growing stock of mudguards. It'll no doubt come in handy for something. God, it stinks of petrol in here. Good job I don't smoke. So anyway, I've gone online and I have purchased off eBay seller I've used a couple of times now, Motorcycle Recycle. He always has his goods on there with an offer, and usually if you put an offer in, he'll come back with a counter offer and meet you halfway. I think I ended up paying about a tenner for this. It will fit because it is the proper mudguard. Hang on, let's put it the right way round. So yeah, there's going to be no issue with that fitting whatsoever. Can't do it with one hand, but trust me, that'll fit. The problem, as you've probably spotted, it's got a huge dent in the top. No idea what's caused that. I knew it was dented when I bought it. He's not ripped me off or anything. He advertised it with a dent. I bought it accepting it had the big dent. Dent, not dint. Speak proper fucking England. So I could put it on like that, but I'm tempted to attempt to try and remove that. So let me get a nice piece of dirty old rag, pop it on there. Pop that on there. Like so. You can see where this is going, don't you? Right, let me grab a rubber hammer and I'll turn it back on and we'll see if we can beat that out a little bit. Right, let's give this a go. I'm just using a rubber hammer. I haven't got all the proper dollies or anything like that, so we'll just... Actually, it's coming out lovely. Like it never happened. Yeah, still a little bit there, but that is much better. Hang on, I'm just going to get a metal hammer. Use a metal one. It doesn't really matter if I mar this up a little bit on the inside, because you ain't going to see it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's not perfect, but it's a bloody sight better. Right, can I mount that without taking the front wheel off? Probably not. Let's have a look. I don't know if I can get to the bolts. Maybe. let me dig out some bolts for it. What we got? One of them. Let me find some bolts, guys, and I'll turn the camera back on. And there we go, fitted. Don't that look so much better? I was having a chat online on one of the many Facebook groups I'm a member of, can't remember which one, where we were chatting about whether a front mudguard is an MOT requirement, and the majority of people think it is, and I think it is. I'm sure it's a requirement, but to be honest, even if it wasn't, I would want a front mudguard on that because it just looks so much better. So there you go, that's another one of many jobs required on this vehicle ticked off the list. Actually, I wonder if she'll start. I know it's blowing, but it's not been started for a long time, so let's do a little cold start on it. Bit of choke. Probably no then is the answer. Apart from the fact the exhaust is blowing like a bastard, actually sounds quite nice. What next? You know, I'm putting it off. Let's not put it off any longer. Off camera, I'm going to remove the exhausts, the seat and the tank, and we're going to get ready to pull this engine out. Removing those bits is boring, don't need to film it. Bring it back when we've got that far. Right, that's both the exhaust pipes off. There we go. I'll just dip you in and out so you can see progress. I've got to remove the rack before I can remove the seat. The two bolts here, holding it on at the back, were hand tight. Didn't even need spanners to get them off. This bike was a death trap, I'll be honest with you. The things I'm finding wrong with it: front forks bolts missing, seat not bolted in properly, exhaust not bolted on. It was an absolute fucking death trap. I'm going to really go through everything on this. I've just noticed that that slacker just is bent as well. In fact, I don't even think that's connected. Yeah, another thing. So it's had a hard life, or an abused life. Anyway, let's carry on. Okay, and jumping you guys back in once again. Seat and tank off, obviously. Next thing I'm going to remove is this tailpiece, simply because there's only two bolts holding it on now. It's moving around and I just don't want it to get damaged, plus it'll be easier to handle inside the shed. I'm going to remove the foot brake lever, again just get it out of the way, and I'm going to remove the kickstart once again just for ease of handling the engine once it comes out of the frame. So let me get on those done and we'll jump you back in. I've got one being difficult, so let's deal with it. Difficult no more. Right, we'll have to splash a little bit of paint over that. This second one I think is coming out okay. This is the what holds the tail piece on, and I think what it is a captive nut underneath, so you shouldn't have to grab the bottom, but I think the captive nut is broken off, if you like, underneath. So yeah, she's away. Let's have a look what we got here. Yeah, I'm absolutely spot on with that one. So, oh, hang on. So you got a captive nut there, which is welded on. This one here should be captive, but it broke off. Nothing really to get hold of. So Gary the grinder dealt with it. Okay, what next? Kickstart, foot brake, and I'm going to whip that battery off anyway, because I shouldn't really be working on the bike with the battery connected. And we can slap that on charge as well. Not that I'll need it for a while. Right, onwards and upwards. The way I bought it off, my apologies, but if you are watching this, man, you were riding a death trap. I'm sure it wouldn't have been you that loosened all these bolts and took bolts out and left things off, but mate, whoever sold you this, they sold you a death trap. Anyway, what I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to whip the chain guard off. I'm going to whip the chain off. I don't know if it's got a split link, but if it hasn't, I'll just leave it hanging. And then we've got an engine mount bolt here, top. Should be one at the bottom, but it's missing. And we've got this bracket at the top here, and then we've got this front bracket. So off camera, I'm going to whip all them off, get a jack under it, and we should be ready to whip this old engine out. I'll just quickly show you this. This is the bottom engine bolt. No, I didn't take the nut off the other side. That's how it was. Just shoved in the hole, nothing on the other side. Out fucking rageous. I would not dare in my wildest dreams sell a bike to somebody in this condition unless I clearly stated what was wrong with it and it was sold as spares or repair. Whoever sold the guy their bike in this condition, really, he wants prosecuting. He could have killed someone. Anyway, rant over. Okay, we're nearly ready to lift out. I've still got the top engine mount to undo, but this front cradle mount, I've got 3 of the bolts out, but that bottom one isn't coming. Someone's hammered the end of it over, but even before I get to that part, the bolts rounded off. So I can get a grinder in there, I believe. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And then we'll have to get a new engine bolt when we come to putting it back together. Don't do as I do. This is going to be bloody awkward. I really need to be going in sideways, but I can't because I'm a left-handed, cack-handed twat and I can't get in there. And there she goes. She's let go. So we need another engine bolt. In fact, a whole set of engine bolts wouldn't do it any harm. That should hopefully drop off, which it does. Right, let me clear up and bolts up, tidy away, and then we'll switch the back camera back on, because I think we're ready to lower her out the frame. Okay, now let's see if we can manhandle this engine. No, we ain't. We took that fucking top mount out yet, you muppet. Let me get that top mount off, and then we'll regroup. Right, this time we are ready to lift the engine out. I've took the top mount off. As you can see, the engine's fallen forward, so it's almost removed itself from the frame. So I think we've just got to lower that down. This is the top mount. More bodgery. If you have a look at those bottom bolts there, these ones, they're shanked. They are the correct bolts for the engine. The other one has been replaced by this fully threaded set screw, which is not correct. It should be a shanked bolt to carry the engine. You can't carry the engine on those threads. It's just not right. I believe it'll split. They're a stress point. So that's another engine bolt we're going to need. That one's not going back in. So anyway, watch with amusement as I try and remove this engine on my own. Sorry if I'm in the way, guys, but I need to be here. So we're just gonna I think we are away. Let's try not to damage those cables. So I can just lift that out. Yes! Do you know what I didn't do? And I should have done, my bad. I should have drained the oil. It's not a massive faux pas. We can live with it, but you know, generally remove engine, change the oil. Now this actually, let me get that out of the way. This gives us a chance to look at what the issue is with the centre stand. If I can position you here, I don't know how well this is going to come out, but we'll try. That stand is way too far forward. It should be sitting somewhere there. So what we will need to do, as we did on the Zontes, is take this stand off, weld a plate onto the top of the stand just there. That will allow it to go forward a little, because at the minute what's happening is it's going way over centre, and in the weight of the bike, because it's gone over centre, makes it very difficult to get on and off the stand. So that was one of the main reasons for removing the engine, so I could address that easier. In fact, I may even be able to address that without taking the stand off, which would be good, because they don't always come off very nice. Anyway, the engine is out, as we can see. This is where I'm going to end this video. The next video, hopefully, will be me tearing the top end of that off and replacing it with the new head, which I've got indoors. So, I hope you're enjoying this one, guys. Do you know what? I am. And yeah, we'll crack on with this another day. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers.